We're going to turn to Emmanuel Taylor. Emmanuel is a senior electricity consultant at Energetics Incorporated. And while in Pittsburgh doing his PhD, he was a science and engineering ambassador. So he's going to talk about his experiences balancing his grad work and his outreach activities. Emmanuel.
Thank you. Let's see, 4 minutes, this is difficult. But I will say that I am a product of an identity that was developed by engaging in science communication while I was still a graduate student. So I appreciate those particular remarks. As an engineer, my focus is on actually taking scientific understanding and using it to create societal change. And I found that it is basically impossible to do that unless technical professionals collaborate and communicate with broader audiences. And so when we talk about broader impact, my focus tends to be on how is it that increased scientific understanding actually impacts society and creates scientific change or societal change. So I was involved in the Science and Engineering Ambassador Program, which was an initiative of the National Academies, both science and engineering, to better equip scientists and engineers to be able to communicate, and then to create environments, dialogues between those scientists and engineers and the broader communities that they live in around issues that impact the community. And as a technical consultant, I work with governments and organizations and private institutions in creating technology roadmaps and strategic plans. And these often require that we have direct dialogue between various stakeholders in a given community to establish a common vision, to identify barriers for achieving that vision, and then to brainstorm pathways for overcoming those challenges. And so I'm an advocate for direct conversation and dialogue among technical professionals and broader audiences. And both on the community level and in the industry level, we've seen the benefits where communities are able to utilize scientific understanding to make complex decisions, and industries are able to move forward with clear vision and purpose in order to create benefits that actually have a measurable impact beyond publications and references and et cetera. And so there are benefits to participating in structures like this, in these direct dialogues. Those who communicate most effectively are exposed to the greatest number and variety of opportunities and have career advancement available to them, but then their work also has the ability to go and impact society. And so, for example, often researchers will spend years developing new technologies and then attempt to commercialize it, only to find that industry is working with a different set of assumptions, and whatever it is that they're developed doesn't seem to be particularly relevant. And that can be disappointing, and that can be overcome by direct dialogue and communication. On the other side, industry can take time to develop a solution, and then eventually customers say, well, that's not exactly what we wanted. Another circumstance that can be overcome by direct dialogue and communication. Regulators and policymakers can draft language. Scientists then reflect on it and say, well, that's not exactly what the data was suggesting. And this can be overcome by direct dialogue and communication. And with all of this happening, often local communities are sitting back saying, why is anybody even focusing on this? Our problems are in an entirely different domain. And so, again, I'm an advocate for direct dialogue and communication, and have been a part of structuring conversations between technical professionals and non-technical audiences for a number of years, beginning with the Science and Engineering Ambassador Program, which I have served as a strategic advisor for since being a part of it, initially as a grad student, but then also as a technical consultant working in various industries, getting people together to create a common vision for defining pathways so that science and engineering, increased understanding and knowledge, and advanced technology can have a measurable impact on quality of life for communities and to change and advance industries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, perfect.